An evening so nice, we had to film it twice. G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing today? Now, my previous video, you would know that we're still out from the same ride. If not, well, go back and watch the other one, and it's the precursor to this one, baby. It's part 1 of 2. So I thought we'd do another video whilst we're out here in the beautiful area of Mornington. I didn't really think I'd end up riding this far tonight, but sunny evenings, clear skies, good weather, it calls for good rides. So right now, we're just riding on the way around and we'll see where the land takes us. I'm probably going to start heading home, but it's getting cold. But on today's topic, I thought about it just after I finished up the last one, and that's let's talk first bikes. Alright, first bike's a big choice, big statement piece for you, alright? Some people do it for fashion, some people do it because they just want a bike, alright? It all depends on what you have. Now, it all depends on your budget, of course, but some people don't care about budget, they just want to go on a bike and go. So, if you got rich money, you're buying fancy. If you don't got rich money, you ain't buying fancy. Now, we're not talking in states and countries that you don't have restrictions. We're talking purely lands restricted motorbikes as a first bike, right? You know, the ones that are limited to like 35 point something kilowatts, okay? Little things, 50 horsepower max, baby, okay? Easy done it. Now, all right, if you're just getting into riding, ladies and gents, there's a few options you'll be presented with depending on what kind of bike you want to ride, all right? Now, if you want to buy a cruiser bike, you got my bike, the Rebel 500, you got the Vulcan. I think they also make a new one now, the Enforcer or something along those lines, the Kawasaki with little 400cc something or other, which is a good little cruiser, but I still prefer the Rebel over it. We've got a bit of traffic over here. And man, all those little learner cruisers are great. Is that what I think it is? Oh, what a sexy beast that is. Gorgeous colour, gorgeous car. Good old Fairlane 500. Anyway, back to the topic. Like I said, you have a few options for cruisers. You can even get older ones like the old Vulcans and whatnot. Not Vulcans. V-Stars. They have a V in the name, right? Leave me alone. And man, all of those cruisers will be good, but they'll all give you a different kind of riding experience. So a Rebel is a bit more naked riding, a bit more upright, a bit more comfortable in the corners. Vulcan's a bit more cruisery. V-Star, very land bargey, all right? It all depends on your preference. Now, if you're looking to get into more sportsy kind of ride, there's really only a few bikes. Now, you got the R7, all right? A little overpriced in my opinion, but it's a great little beginner bike, great commuter bike. Not better than an R6, but hey, we're talking bikes we can actually ride. Good amount of torque in them, good amount of fun, great exhaust note. If you want a better twin parallel and you got money, you buy an RS660, okay? RS660s, now they got a bit more punchy, 100 horsepower if you're there restricted as well. But we don't do that. That's preaching illegals to the people. We don't break laws in this country, or any country for that matter. But man, then you've also got your traditional sports bikes, all right? We're not talking Ninja 400s or 300s or CBR 500s, all right? Everyone's heard about those ones. If you want a real sports bike, you buy something with 4 cylinders, okay? Now, you either get yourself, oh, there's a nice big boy behind me, you either get yourself a CBR 650R with its nice inline 4, that thing's got a lovely little bit of power to it and a bit of sound. You can get a little Kawasaki ZX4R if you've got money, but hey, who has money these days? Very nice little cruisy behind me. I can hear it. I'm sure you can too. It's divine. Whew. I love traffic zones. Little Ducati Monster or something. Very lush little thing. It's a V-twin, I'm pretty sure. I think you can actually get that on your learner bike if you want a naked, but hey, anyway, back to the topic. ZX4Rs, good little things. Oh, there's that car going. I saw that before. That was lush. I'll tell you what. It's very good. Oh, look, a Ferrari. Oh, why else do you buy a bike? To be sensible? Absolutely not. Now, if you guys get a bike, this is one of the shenanigans you can all get into. Rev bombing in the locals and pissing off people. It's too much fun to not. So, next one, you can also get yourself an old bike like Jason's if you fancy a bit more fix them up, like the old CBR 250s. Now look, they don't have much power, but they're fantastic to ride. Slow, but fun. Very fun. And if you can import one from Japan, they make 400cc versions of Jason's bike. CBR 400s, and they're absolutely lush, man. They're so cool. But unfortunately, there's not many of them around, so good luck getting one if you can. Alright, now, naked bikes, okay? A bit more common. Ducati Monster, there's one. You can hear it. Ooh, Indian Chief. It's an old one. You don't see many of those around, man. Ducati Monster. That's a learner bike. Triumph Street Triple 660. All right, we do have a few of those around here. They are very expensive, but very, very good bikes, if you don't mind Euro problems. All right, KTM Duke 390, good little bike, good little thing, good fun, very nimble. What else you got? MT-07s, they're also phenomenal. MT-03s, of course, if you like a little bit more revy, but hey, man, there's some nice little things there. But, man, when it comes to your first bike, what I'd recommend is just get something, all right? Doesn't matter what you get. It's your first bike. You're going to drop it. You're going to damage it. Don't get something you're really in love with. Just get something nice for yourself. Now, I love the Rebel, so maybe I'm not the best person to say such things about don't buy a bike you love, because I was really happy when I bought the Rebel. I frothed this bike and when I bought it. But do as I say, not as I do. Hey. But we move. This lovely exhaust note next to me, mate. It's making me moist. Oh, Lord have mercy. We're stuck in the roundabout now. It was a little Ducati Monster. Unfortunately, I got stuck behind the old Prado. Oh well, we move. Means I can focus more on what I was saying. I was getting a little distracted, you know how it is. But now, when you comes down to your first bike, if you haven't got money to buy something spectacular, go on and buy a second-hand bike, man. There's some good second-hand bikes from years ago from people just upgrading. If you like your Ninja 400s, there'll be a good 400 for not much. You can get a Ninja 300, but we don't really talk about the Ninja 300s. Get an R3 instead of a Ninja 300. All right, Ninja 400, R3 for 300. All right, nothing else. MT-07, great naked bike if you can get it. MT-03 is good, but if you're going on longer rides on the highway, maybe you don't go for an MT-03. Oh, what a lovely Mini Cooper. That thing is awesome. What I'm basically telling you is there are so many options when you're buying your first bike, so don't get flustered with it, but also just pick something, all right? It's your first bike. You don't need to be super picky with it because you're going to get upgrade from it anyway. Although there are people who buy a Rebel 500 and don't upgrade, but if you do upgrade, well, you either go to an Indian Scout or you go to a Harley or you buy a Rebel 1100 and everybody's happy. It's such a common change for the Rebel riders, but the point of the video is essentially just get something. Doesn't matter what you get. Doesn't matter what CC it has. Try not to go too low because you don't want a bike that can handle the roads comfortably. I'd say really, like an R3 is probably as low as you want to go in terms of CC for modern bikes, but the old CBR 250 can comfortably ride on freeways and stuff. So do your research on your vehicle before you buy one. But man, there is so many options that are good and decent rides that you can absolutely enjoy your restricted period on, that I recommend you do your research, try a few out, and just pick something you're comfortable sitting on, for one, comfortable standing up on and walking around with, and comfortable riding. Because lo and behold, it's your first bike, you're going to upgrade and you're going to pick a better one. So don't spend too much time oogling and googling over the most expensive learner bike that's got the most power, because at the end of the day, all the learner bikes are slow. Unless you're planning on keeping an R7 or a RS660 or a CBR 650 and de-restricting it and keeping that forever, which I guarantee you're not going to. But if you are, on the off chance, well, that's different. But if you're just looking at a first bike, you know you want something. So say you want an R1 or an S1000 or something stupendous. In that case, upgrade to one of those. But until that, don't go too crazy on the other stuff. Oh, we're back in the cold again. Oh, look at that full moon tonight. Everything's going wonderful. We went from a lovely, lovely evening to a full moon. But man, that's really what I wanted to talk to you about. Get a bike, get on it, be happy, go for a ride, kids, and enjoy yourselves. Look at that wonderful thing. Oh, get a bike that makes you smile when you rev the shite out of it, because that's, at the end of the day, bike's all about enjoying. But I hope you guys have found something useful from this video. I'm going to pull it off now because it is getting dark, and I want to focus on getting home. So, hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Take it easy, keep it cheesy, and as always, have a good day, baby. Peace.